There is so much to celebrate. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the South Wales Evening Post Community Awards in association with McDonald's. Now, believe it or not, this is the 11th year of these special awards, and it's an event like no other in Swansea. It's a night for heroes, for community spirit, and to celebrate that special something that makes this city such a unique place. Now, these awards have been a very long time coming, haven't they? And we can't wait to celebrate Swansea Bay's most inspirational people this evening. You are superstars, each and every one of you. Now, when the judging panel selected the finalists and winners in the judging meeting in early 2020, we could never have imagined that it would be April 2021 before we got to celebrate our local heroes. But we're going to do that. I'm sure you agree this is the most sensible way to celebrate. And we need to do that with our region's heroes, but we need to stay safe at the same time, don't we? So hopefully this works for all of you. Now, it's time to make sure the local champions in our cities, towns, villages and streets get the recognition they deserve. Before we hear from the South Wales Evening Post editor, Jonathan Roberts, I just want to take one moment to recognise the fantastic support from the sponsors this year. I mean, these awards, they just wouldn't be possible without the continued support of the sponsors, and we really would like to thank them profusely. You can see all of them on the screen behind me now. A huge, huge thank you, Jochen to all of them. And we'd also like to say a big thank you to Swansea City Football Club, who obviously are at the heart of our community. Swansea have very kindly and generously donated prizes for each of our category winners this evening, and we'll let you know throughout the evening what's on offer. I have to say, they're pretty superb. Now, one of the events team will be in touch with each of our winners following tonight's event to arrange your prize. So, without too much further ado, let's head over to the man who always has the misfortune to sit beside me when we do these things in reality, but he's comfortably at home tonight. It's the South Wales Evening Post editor, Jonathan Roberts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the South Wales Evening Post Community Awards for 2021. For the last 8 years, I've opened this event with that very line from the same spot, on the same stage, at the same incredible venue of the Brangwyn Hall in Swansea. Given that tonight I'm opening this event sitting in my kitchen, suggests that this year's awards will be unlike anything we've experienced before. But after the year we've had, I doubt any of us are surprised to encounter a change to the normal way of things anymore. The arrival of coronavirus turned all of our lives upside down, and our 2020 awards night was one of the early casualties, as events across the land were postponed again and then cancelled altogether. But with our judging process complete, and nominees awaiting their night in the spotlight, we couldn't simply forget the achievements of so many special people who were due to be recognised last year. So tonight we intend to finally get that job done and celebrate those people who work so hard to make the place we call home special. Of course, much has happened in the last 12 months, and 2020 has delivered more community heroes than we could possibly mention in a week, let alone a night. So I'm sure you'll understand why we've added an extra award into tonight's schedule, our COVID-19 Hero Award. Now, this award will be given to someone who's demonstrated exceptional courage in the face of adversity and gone out of their way to help their community throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Before we get the main event underway, I must take a moment to thank our sponsors, because without their continued support, this evening would not have been possible. I can't deliver the Brangwyn Hall cheers, sadly, but I can say we're incredibly grateful to you for committing to this virtual event with us. So a huge thanks to our headline sponsor, McDonald's, and also to our category sponsors, Visco's Closures, Delta Wellbeing, Amazon, West Acres, In Your Area, the Wales England Care Training, Swansea Council, Admiral, Swansea University, Swansea City, Happy Home Furnishers, and BMI Wherndale. Thank you very much for your support. Right, it's time for the main part of the night to begin, so I'll hand you back to Fran, who will, as always, ensure you have a brilliant evening.
So no pressure there then. Thank you very much indeed, Jonathan. So tonight, as Jonathan said, is going to be a huge celebration. We want all of you to be involved, so please do interact by posting your public messages in the main chat room and also share your own photos and videos on social media. Now, you need to join our conversation with the special hashtag SWEP Awards 21. That's SWEP Awards 21. Let's get it trending globally. You know you want to. And remember, whilst you're watching tonight in the awards room, you can interact and message with other guests on your virtual table. You can also private message your friends, your family and your colleagues, maybe even Joe Biden if you want to, And you can also connect with other attendees through the chat or video function. And as ever, we always have a charity element to this evening, don't we? And tonight is no different. This year we'll be raising funds for the Media Wales Charities of the Year. Who are they, I hear you ask? Well, I'll tell you now. They are Wish Upon a Star, who are a South Wales-based bereavement charity. Now, they provide immediate and ongoing bereavement support to families, individuals and professionals throughout Wales who've been affected by the sudden and traumatic death of a child or a young adult aged 25 or under. And our second charity is Mind Cymru, a fantastic charity, particularly in the last year. This charity campaigns to improve the mental health of people in Wales, to make sure anyone experiencing a mental health problem gets the support and services they really need. They've been in demand, I can tell you that. You can donate to either of these worthy causes by visiting the donation links. Now, these are going to appear in the chat room throughout the evening, as well as on our Twitter accounts, which are at Reach Event Wales, there you go, see it on the screen now, and at Wales Online. So at Reach Event Wales and at Wales Online. Now, I know our finalists are all waiting patiently on our Zoom call behind the scenes, but before we begin, we're going to come live to you all because you're a glamorous bunch. I want you to give us a wave and show us how excited you are by this evening. Ah, enthusiasm knows no bounds. It's good to see that. Thanks, guys, very much indeed. It's a real pleasure to be with you tonight. Thank you for your company. Now, what would look better alongside all of them, even though they looked really sharp tonight, would be one of our prestigious awards, which, funnily enough, I have beside me now, lit up in all its glory, ladies and gentlemen. That is something you definitely want on your mantelpiece, don't you? And each of our category winners tonight will receive one of those in the post in the coming days. So best of luck to you all. Dust off the mantelpiece, clear a bit of space, please. I would also like to say that we'll be showing a number of videos this evening, which were filmed prior to the start of COVID-19. Any videos that we filmed since the beginning of the pandemic have been done in line with all government guidelines. So it's safety first all the way through. So, without further ado, because you want to get on with it, don't you? Our first award of the evening is the Child of Courage Award, and this award is sponsored by Admiral. Now, before we hear from Liz James Marnie, who's the Learning and Development Manager at Admiral, let's find out a little bit more about these three remarkable individuals. Now, first off, we're going to start with Stephen Pegler-Loach, who has a rare condition in which the veins and blood vessels in his face grow like a tumour. At the very young ages of both 6 and 8, he went through surgical treatments to help the condition. Now, following a memorable holiday together in Brecon, the family made the very wise decision to move to Wales in May 2018. And it was also helpful because it has helped Stephen escape the upsetting bullying that he'd been facing at his school in Birmingham. Now, unfortunately, Stephen's growth returned, and because of funding cuts, his procedures are only available at the Royal Marsden Hospital in London, which is pretty difficult for his family to access. Now, with our other two nominees, we're going to hear from Mackenzie John's mum, Rhian, and Kian Alif's mum, Hayley, to tell us more about why they have been nominated.
I'm Rhian John. I'm the mother of Mackenzie John. Mackenzie was diagnosed with nasopharyngeal cancer March 2019. He's been nominated for this award for his bravery. To date, he's had 5 cycles of full chemotherapy. He's had 3 emergency doses of chemotherapy, 41 general anaesthetics to date. Mackenzie has been very brave throughout this whole process, even though it's been quite a tough time for him. He never fails to smile, and he's always a very happy child. He never complains. We are very proud of Mackenzie as a family and his bravery throughout this whole journey.
Hello, my name's Hayley, and I'd like to nominate my son Kian for the Child of Courage Award. Kian is profoundly deaf, and he managed to save my mother from drowning in the bath after a seizure. He held her head out of the water and pulled the plug in the bath, made sure that she was safe, and then went to dial 999 himself and knocked on the neighbours' doors for help and things. We've later found out that my mother has been diagnosed with brain cancer, but if it wasn't for Kian's quick thinking and courage, then she would have drowned and died and wouldn't have the opportunity to be fighting this horrible disease now.
Crikey, they're so young to be that extraordinary, aren't they? And I'm so pleased to say that both Mackenzie and Cian are joining us here this evening. They are with us. Great to see you guys. Give us a wave. Brilliant to see you. And I have to say, you are superstars, absolutely superstars. And we're wishing you both very best of luck to see who comes out on top tonight. But you're all winners as far as I'm concerned. Now, unfortunately, Stephen wasn't able to join us and his family on Zoom, but I know that he'll be watching somewhere. So fingers crossed for all three. So we're going to go over now to Liz James-Marnie, who's the Learning and Development Manager at Admiral, to say just a few words on our spectacular nominees.
Here at Admiral, our heart is all about the community, and nothing celebrates this more than the Children of Courage Award for the South Wales Evening Post Community Awards. We're absolutely honoured to be able to present this award again. What an achievement for these great spirited heroes of our community, and how difficult is it to pick between them. But nevertheless, we must, and tonight wouldn't be right without a winner's envelope, which I've made myself. So, without further ado, the winner of the South Wales Evening Post Community Awards Child of Courage Award is all of you. Cian, Stephen and Mackenzie, congratulations and well done.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Liz. Congratulations to all of you. You are absolutely amazing. An inspiration to all of us. We're so, so proud of you. We know the future of Wales is in great hands when it's in the hands of you guys. It really is. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Swansea City have very generously offered each of our winners a prize. And the Swans are going to offer to Cian, Mackenzie and Stephen, our three amazing winners of the Child of Courage Award, a full mascot experience for next season, which could be a Premier League season, guys. Does that sound good to you? Now, let me tell you what's actually involved with that. You get the chance to walk out with a player, take part in a parade of honour. You have 4 tickets to attend the game, so you're going to be the most popular people in the world. You realise that, don't you? You get access to the hospitality lounge, stay away from the gin until at least you're 18. And you'll also enjoy a half-time penalty shootout with Cyril the Swan and Sybil. So I think it's fair to say that's a pretty nice prize, isn't it? You happy with that, guys? Give me a nod. Terrific, and you're going to be superb. Now, you've heard enough from me. You want to hear now from somebody really, really special. We're going to hear now, we've got a message from Lee Trundle, who's Swansea City's main ambassador, and he has a certain person alongside him who I think is going to be very pleased to see you guys on the day. Here's what they've got to say about you amazing people.
Hello guys, it's Lee Trundle, Swansea City Club Ambassador. I'm here with Cyril the Swan and we'd like to congratulate the winners of the Child of Courage Awards, and that is Cian, Mackenzie and Stephen. So all the best guys, well done.
Yeah, well done from us too. You're absolutely brilliant. Cian, Stephen and Mackenzie, you guys rock. Have a lovely evening, okay? Nice to see you. Bye. Bye-bye. So we move on to our next award this evening, which is for Grassroots Sports Coach of the Year, sponsored very kindly by Swansea City. Now, there are countless committed individuals whose enthusiasm, their skill, their sheer dedication make sure that our local sports organisations continue to thrive. So the 3 very special nominees in this category are, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Davis, Christopher Williams and Holly Molino. Let's watch their videos to find out what makes these guys really special.
I'm Karen Trussler. Chris is nominated for this award because he's an integral part of the Junior League football structure in Swansea as a coach, secretary and fixture secretary for the league, providing fixtures for 11-a-side football in a busy league. As club secretary, he manages a number of coaches in a very popular club. As a coach, I know him to be caring and kind, whilst instilling an excellent moral ethic in the young people in his care. He teaches his young footballers that although they should strive to win, that losing a match is a learning opportunity to improve. Under his guidance, his players learn to respect each other and be part of a team, giving them essential life skills that they can carry into adulthood. As fixture secretary for the Junior League for the last few seasons, he manages fixtures on an almost daily basis, books pitches and deals with queries from coaches and club secretaries, doing this with remarkable patience and an admirable no-nonsense approach. I'm proud that he's part of our football family and even more proud that he's our friend.
We play against other teams. He wants us to win and have fun. Come on, Dad! Chris is a very supportive coach and helps us achieve all of our goals in football.
And he helps us learn from our mistakes.
Chris has been teaching me since I was 5 and he's the best coach I've ever had.
He's the best at what he does and he makes us all enjoy it.
And he helps us win matches and learn skills.
We win all our games and I'll never leave Penland because of Chris.
He encourages me to play better, train better.
Whenever I've got a bad day, he makes me play better.
He encourages us to try our best and he keeps us motivated. He likes to win and so do I.
Chris is the best coach because he makes training fun.
It's really good. He teaches us loads of skills and we win all our matches.
I think Chris should win because he's a great manager.
He supports me and I keep learning every week.
Even when we're off, he says it's fine, come next week.
Because you're an absolute legend.
Holly is the best dance teacher.
Holly is beautiful, perfect, and everything in between. Holly is such an inspiring person, so here is a few of our dancers. We're going to say a few words. Holly is
caring, loving, never give up, thoughtful,
perfect,
supportive,
amazing,
thoughtful,
Beautiful, happy,
loving,
funny and kind.
You proved it, Holly.
We love you, Holly.
We love you, Holly. We love you, Holly.
We love you, Holly.
We love you, Holly.
We love you, Holly.
We love you, Holly. We love you, Holly.
T-Run!
Oh, it makes you all feel all warm and fuzzy, doesn't it? It's wonderful. 3 superb finalists. Should we say a quick hello to them? We've got Chris, Holly and Chris with us tonight. Huge congratulations to all 3 of you. Give us a wave. Thanks for joining us. It's lovely to see you. You guys inspire the next generation and keep Wales in safe hands. So thank you very much indeed for that. So 3 superb finalists, as I said, but there can only be one winner. And to tell us who it is, I don't know, but I know a man who does. Let's hear again from Lee Trundle, ambassador for Swansea City.
As sponsors of this category, Swansea City are pleased to announce that the Grassroots Sports Coach of the Year goes to Holly Molino. Holly has been coaching now for 14 years and puts a lot of time and effort in with her students, not only in classes, but what she does outside the classes too. And everyone really appreciates it. So we'd just like to say on behalf of all the football club, well done to Holly. You deserve it. See you, Hull.
Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations, Holly. I can hear a million dancers screaming out there, having a wonderful, wonderful experience because you've won this. Well done, you. Just to let you know, Swansea City are going to offer you and your group a free tour, a guided tour of the stadium with a number of club legends. So that's not too shabby a prize to have, but, you know, congratulations to you. I could see you getting a little bit emotional when we were watching that film and all your protégés there. I mean, how does that feel to know that you're influencing them to that extent? Well, you're a very, very worthy winner. And I know that, as I said, there's going to be an awful lot of people celebrating. Congratulations, Holly. Holly Molino, ladies and gentlemen. So great to see her. Now, our next award is... Bye, Holly. Our next award is for the Sporting Excellence Award, which is sponsored by Swansea University. Now, this category goes to someone who's shown exceptional sporting achievements, whether they're in the professional arena or in an amateur side. Now, the 3 nominees in this category are Brett Johns, Jay Harris and Tennessee Randall. Now, in a minute, we're going to be hearing from Professor Paul Boyle, who's Vice-Chancellor at Swansea University. But before we hear from Paul, let's find out a little bit more about our 3 Sporting Excellence nominees. Now, first off, born and raised in the small village of Pontarddulais, Brett Johns' martial arts career started with judo when he was just 4. He made his mixed martial arts debut in 2011 and turned professional a year later. Now, he was living in an area where professional MMA was essentially unheard of at the time, and Brett was almost ready to give up on his dreams of becoming a professional fighter before he got that call that they all dream of. 2016, UFC came calling. Now, he had to take time out for a knee injury, but Brett returned to UFC in 2020, and his MMA record, I can tell you, is extraordinary. 17 wins and only 2 defeats, and he's fought many times in the United States, which is a tough arena, following huge success here in Wales. OK, we're going to hear about our other two nominees now. We're going to hear from Terry Gray, club leader at Gwent Amateur Boxing Club, and Matt Watkins, kickboxing coach. He's going to tell us more about why Jay Harris and Tennessee Randall have been nominated.
I'm Terry Gray. I am the club leader and boss at the Gwent Amateur Boxing Club. I am nominating Jay Harris. The reason being, Jay boxed for our gym from the years of 10-year-old right the way through to senior level, winning Welsh Schoolboy titles, Welsh Youth finals, he won the senior Welsh title in 2010 as his first attempt, and went on to win the British ABA title, and then he turned professional, won the British Commonwealth title, European title, and now he's fought Martinez for the world flyweight title. Unfortunately, he didn't actually win it. Jay done it himself, our club, myself, and everyone concerned with the Gwent Boxing Club and people of Townhill and Swansea proud with his effort. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Mark Watkins. I'm Tennessee Randall's kickboxing coach. Tennessee has been nominated for this award. She was the British champion last year. She won the WACO British Championships. She then went on to be selected for the Great Britain team, which attended the World Championships out in Turkey. And Tennessee came away with the gold medal. She's the first Welsh fighter to win the WACO World Championships since it started 41 years ago. Along with studying full-time at Swansea University, Tennessee trains twice a day, most days 5-6 days a week. She's travelling the world constantly fighting for a Great Britain team. So in my opinion, nobody deserves to win this award more than Tennessee.
About setting the bar so high, sporting excellence and then some. Now, unfortunately, Brett and Jay couldn't join us on Zoom this evening, but I'm very pleased to say we've got Tennessee with us. Great to see you, Tennessee. Huge congratulations for being part of that fantastic lineup of nominees, superstars, each and every one of you. And obviously, that's going to be such a hard task for the judges to decide because these guys, they're at the top of their game. But we have got a winner of this particular award. And to announce the winner, let's hear from the Vice-Chancellor at Swansea University. I mentioned him earlier, Professor Paul Boyle.
Swansea University is delighted to sponsor the Sporting Excellence Award at this year's South Wales Evening Post Awards. Obviously, this is a really tough category. There are many fantastic sports people across the region. And it also fits in well with our ambitions as a university to work with our partners across the region to turn Swansea into the sporting capital of Wales. Obviously, there can only be one winner. And the winner of tonight's Sporting Excellence Award 2021 is Tennessee Randall. Congratulations, Tennessee, and congratulations to everyone else, all the nominees, all the other contestants. I know it was a tough award to win. Tennessee is one of our students, so we're particularly proud of your achievements, Tennessee. Thanks very much, everyone, for attending, and sorry we can't be there face to face.
Quite right. You should be proud, Paul. Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations, Tennessee. Absolutely thrilled about that. What an example. We'd also like to add that Swansea University joined us as sponsors of the event following the judging process. And to celebrate your win, Swansea City would like to send you a full squad signed shirt, Tennessee. So, you know, something that you can wear in your next match, maybe. Combine the two sports.
Yeah, oh, that's absolutely amazing. So over the moon. You know, the other nominees, absolutely fantastic achievement. So I just feel so grateful to be receiving this award. Thank you so much.
You thoroughly deserve it. And I think between you and Jay Jones, I mean, we've got Wales women have got the world licked, basically, haven't they? Licked and kicked.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well done, you. Many, many congratulations. And thanks ever so much for setting a fantastic example.
Thank you.
Cheers, Tennessee. Tennessee, our winner this evening. So we move on to our next award, which is for the Community Champion, sponsored by Delta Wellbeing. So what does this award do? Well, it recognises those people who go out of their way to help others. And these people do that in spades. The three nominees in this category are Ian Jenkins, Tom Lynch and Tony Wall. Now let's have a look at their videos, which will tell us much more about why they are so deserving of their nominations.
We are pupils from Craigbellin Primary School and we are nominating Mr Jenkins because he is a kind gentleman and he orders us pizza once because Song Squad and we did so well.
Because he comes into school, he comes on our classes and comes at lunch, and if we got a frown on our face, he'll come around and turn our frown upside down.
Because Mr Jenkins helps us sort out our community, keeps our schools safe and helps Mrs Williams fix the building if it's broken. He helps sort out the meetings for school council and he's very helpful.
Because he comes around and checks on our work to see if we're doing well, and on Friday he comes and eats his food with us because it's chip day.
Well done, Mr Jenkins!
Hi, my name's Linos and I work at University of Wales, Trinity St David. Our marketing team supports Matthew's House and I went along to meet Tom and see all the good work he does there. So they produce nearly 2,000 meals a week for the homeless and vulnerable people. They have hygiene packs for those that need them, can't afford the basic hygienic products. They just recently opened a laundry and a shower service. But it's the work that Tom does that was really inspirational. He works often more than 60 hours a week, keeping everything going and working with his volunteers to help anybody who needs them. It's a real place of hope. I would really love Tom to win this award.
Hello, I'm Glyn Thomas, the Alternative Responder Manager in the Central and West region of the Welsh Ambulance Service. And here at the Welsh Ambulance Service, we're very proud to have nominated Anthony Wall for this award. Tony is one of our steadfast volunteers who not only responds to the Welsh Ambulance Service's calls for life-threatening emergencies, but has also raised thousands of pounds over the years to site community defibrillators in areas that will make life-saving changes. Not only does he support the Welsh Ambulance Service and his own and other communities, he also raises money for other organisations to help in their plea. I wish him well this evening and congratulations.
Absolutely brilliant. Let's say a quick hello to Ian, Tom and Tony. Huge congratulations to all of you. Very, very worthy nominees. And it's lovely to see you this evening. Give us a wave. Let us know you're happy. Not sure that Tom's happy, but the other two are very definitely. And I have to say, Ian, nice move getting in on Chip Day. I admire your sleight of hand there. That's a very good idea. I might follow your example. OK, to find out the winner of this award, let's hear from Samantha Watkins, who's the Managing Director at Delta Wellbeing.
Delta Wellbeing are incredibly proud to be part of this year's event and delighted to be sponsors of the Community Champion category. As part of the work of our company, we hear about some amazing people every day who really do go above and beyond to support their communities. One such person and the winner of this year's Community Champion category is Tony Wall. Tony has selflessly raised more than £50,000 over the years for defibrillator installation to ensure that as many people in the community are close to this life-saving device. Not only does he fundraise for the devices, but he will set up the defibrillators, site them in an appropriate place, raise awareness of them and provide free sessions on how to perform CPR and use the defibrillator. Tony also leads and coordinates multiple community first responder teams on behalf of the Welsh Ambulance Services Trust. These groups make an impressive community contribution by responding to life-threatening emergencies until the arrival of an ambulance. Furthering his fundraising efforts, he has also gone on to support the invaluable Tenby Lifeboat Station, recently raising over £2,000 for this life-saving service. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Tony on behalf of all of the people he has supported over the years, and a massive congratulations from us all at Delta Wellbeing. Congratulations, Tony.
Hear, hear. We couldn't say it better ourselves, Tony. I can see by the look on your face you're delighted. You deserve this award for all that you do, your community work and the inspiration you provide. And Swansea City want to mark what you do by sending you a signed full squad shirt. So are you happy with that?
Absolutely.
Good.
Thank you.
You're definitely a man I'd want in my lifeboat. I mean, you are indefatigable in terms of what you do. Where do you get the energy from?
Well, it's a lot of teamwork, a lot of support from the Welsh Ambulance Service, but all the responders in our network, we support each other fantastically, and that enables me to carry on and support others as we go forward.
And of course, it's been an extraordinarily busy year for you guys this year. I mean, it always is busy, but unprecedented.
Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations, Tony. Really, really brilliantly. Well done. Well done. Well done. So, OK, leaving Tony behind, and we hate to do that because he's a great guy, but we're going to move on to our next award, which is for the Carer of the Year, which is very kindly sponsored by Wales England Care Training. Now, carers are extraordinary people. They are the unseen and unsung heroes in our community. And we should never underestimate the invaluable work and support they offer. They really do go above and beyond, and so often out of love. Our nominees in this category are Kath Dyer, Maya Ellery, and Patricia Ann Woodman. So let's hear from their nominators to find out why these people really rock.
My name is Leslie Williams and I nominated Kath Dyer. Kath and her husband Mark have 3 lovely children in their 20s. The eldest, Claire, has autism, and her sister Nicola is profoundly deaf and suffers with severe anxiety. Both girls live at home, and Kath is their main carer. Every day brings considerable challenges for Kath. Nicola's anxiety can be totally debilitating, but Kath manages to get her to the Liberty Stadium for home games. She takes her shopping late in the evening. On some days, Claire's engaged and happy. On other days, Claire's autism causes her to feel anxious and agitated, which can lead to meltdown situations. Kath has time for everyone and is a pillar of the community. She is the centre of her family's world. Kath Dyer is small in stature, but she has a huge heart.
My name is Lee Ellery and I'm nominating my mum for Carer of the Year. I have a condition called cerebral palsy quadriplegic. It affects the 4 limbs of my body and I have to rely on electric chair and my mum to do most things for me. Some of the things that my mum does is giving me my medication 3 times a day and enables me to do my volunteering, taking me places, as without her I wouldn't be able to do none of this. She's a remarkable woman. She's given up her life. She had a career in the civil service, but she gave all that up to make sure I have the life that I've got today.
Hello, I'm Jane Woodman. I'm the niece of Mrs. Patricia Ann Woodman. Auntie Pat, you come from a long line of remarkable women who've never had their stories told. They're only now remembered by a few family members. So that stops here this evening as your story is celebrated. Your journey through life hasn't been easy, but you've made the most of every single opportunity, and you've shared the concept of opportunity with 56 foster children who desperately needed opportunities for themselves. You helped create situations for the children which had very positive impacts on their life chances. So in the words of Maya Angelou, your life has encouraged others to lift up their hearts, to believe that each new hour holds new chances and that it's not necessary to be wedded to fear forever. You offered space to place new steps of change, and you did all of this selflessly.
How on earth do you pick between those 3? I'm glad I wasn't on the judging panel because I wouldn't have been able to make a decision. They're amazing. And I'm very pleased to say that Kath, Lee Ellery, Maya's son, and Patricia are all with us now. Huge congratulations to you all, and pass the congratulations on to your mum, Lee. Give us all a wave because we're so thrilled to see you. You guys are superheroes, each and every one of you. And I know that gets used on a very regular basis these days, but you lot personify that completely. Thank you for being so amazing. You really are. So, extraordinary people, extraordinary nominees, but there has to be a winner. So let's find out who the winner of this award actually is. And to tell us, it's Kim Churcher, Managing Director at Wales England Care.
Hello, my name is Kim Churcher, Managing Director of Wales England Care. We're a training provider that provide health and social care services, and we also provide support services in the community. We're really proud to be sponsoring Carer of the Year Award, The winner for tonight's award is Kath Dyer. Well done, Kath.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Kath. I have to say, we're going to chat in just a second, Kath, but to let you know that Swansea City have offered you a guided tour of the Liberty Stadium with up to 6 people. But frankly, knowing how familiar you are with the stadium, you should be leading the tour, shouldn't you?
Oh, but that's brilliant. Thank you.
Well, no, thank you. Thank you for what you do. And absolutely, because, I know from chats we've had when, I've been down covering Swansea City and, you and I've had chats at press conferences. You combine all that you do at home with also doing so much work for the Swansea Supporters Trust. When do you get time to eat and sleep, Kath?
Oh, between about 12 o'clock midnight and about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, absolutely brilliant for what you do. You really do. And your wonderful family and all those lovely dogs. I'm going to put you on the spot now. Swansea City in the playoffs. Is it going to be Premier League football next season?
Oh, we've got to go for it. There's no option. We're there. We're in the playoffs. Nobody give us any credit start of the season. We're in the playoffs. Yes, we're going to get Premier League next year.
Well, that'll be marvellous for you lot. Well, marvellous for me, actually, because it means I can come down and cover it again. Maybe not so much for you guys, because you'll have to put up with me. But, Kath, congratulations. So thrilled that you've got this award, and you really are a worthy winner. Thanks very much indeed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all very much.
The lovely Kath Dyer, and obviously to Maya and Patricia as well. Absolutely superb. So, before we move on to our next category, we've got a very special congratulations message for all of our finalists and winners. Take a look at this.
Hello, everybody. This is Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I would just like to congratulate all the finalists and the winners of the South Wales Evening Post Community Awards. Congratulations, everybody.
Now, Catherine might be referred to as an A-lister on many occasions, but she said she wanted to be with the A-listers tonight. She wanted to send that message to you, and I think she's absolutely right. So a huge thank you to her, and obviously to you guys as well. So our next award is for the Teacher or Mentor of the Year, sponsored by Viscous Closures. Now, good teacher or mentor can leave an impression that lasts a lifetime, and that absolutely rings true for our 3 nominees this evening. These very special people, ladies and gentlemen, are Ben Clifford, Georgia Jenkins and Russell Dwyer. Now, before we hear from our category sponsors, Viscous Closures, let's find out just a little bit more about the example and the lead that these 3 nominees set. Now, first off, refusing to let his dyspraxia hold him back, Ben Clifford discovered the rush of surfing in his 20s, and he's helped more than 500 disabled people ride the wave since. Now, he was diagnosed as a child, and he'd struggled with sports because he was always tripping over. But the 34-year-old who lives with his family on Gower near Swansea says, I was asked to volunteer running a surfing event for children with autism. It was incredible. An idea was born, and Ben began Surfability UK in 2013. Now, he makes adapted boards, and his pupils have taken part in Adaptive Surfing World Championships. Now, he said that the award should be for his surfers. I think they'll all say it absolutely should be for him. So that is Ben. Now, what about our other 2 nominees? Well, we'll now hear from pupils at Ysgol Maes y Gwendraeth School and the Reverend Stephen Bunting to tell us just that little bit more about why Georgia and Russell have been nominated.
Hi, my name is Keris, this is Bethany and this is Owen. We are nominating Georgia Jenkins for the Teacher of the Year Award. Georgia has supported us and cared for us through tough times. We, together with other pupils, suffer with seizures due to epilepsy and other conditions. Georgia is the first person to come to us. She is always caring, understanding and has an excellent way of turning our frowns upside down. We don't feel that we could get through our school day without Georgia's support. She is always there for us, listens and is an excellent advocate. She ensures that we have all the opportunities that we deserve and are not treated any differently.
Georgia ti'n seren, diolch am bopeth.
My name is Reverend Stephen Bunting and I'm nominating Russ Dwyer, the head teacher of St Thomas Community Primary School. Russ does the standard job of a head teacher running a wonderful school, but he's also the kind of head teacher who misses his school Christmas party because he's building bunk beds for a family who don't have them. He is getting an oven for a family who don't have anything to cook. Not only that, this year he dealt with a traumatic incident with the death of a member of staff on the site, and throughout that he put to one side his personal grief and led the school tremendously, protecting staff and students so the students were not aware of the tragedy unfolding in the school. He's a remarkable head teacher and deserves this award.
And I'm thrilled to say Ben, Georgia and Russell all join us this evening. Huge congratulations to all three of you. Three very different arenas, but you absolutely make a mark. Well done. Give us a wave. Actually, I should be saying to you, wave your champagne glasses, because you're absolutely brilliant, all three of you. OK, we're going to find out the winner now of this particular category. And to let us know who the winner is, we're going to hear from Vince Minchella, who's the Chief Executive Officer at Viscus Closures.
Celebrating 70 years as part of the Swansea community this year, Viscus Closures is very proud to sponsor the Teacher Mentor of the Year award. And this year's award goes to Mr. Russell Dwyer of St Thomas Community Primary School. Many thanks on behalf of the many people that you've helped, and congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Russell. And we need to give you a thank you for all your hard work, Russell. So that is going to be from the wonderful Swansea City, a free skills session with Swans Community Trust to be delivered to you and your class. So you better start practicing your keepy uppy skills now, because you don't want to be shown up by any of the pupils, do you?
No, not at all. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Well, absolutely. Well, thank you. Thank you for everything that you do. I mean, you're an inspiration to so many people. What inspires you, Russell, to keep you going? Because you've been through some pretty tumultuous times.
My role's easy because of the staff that we have in the school and the community that we serve. The staff are so hardworking and the community support us, so it makes my job very easy.
Well, you say that, but I'm sure that a lot of them would say that you are an inspiration to them. So when you head along down to the skills session with the Community Trust, I mean, you know, sort of, what are you planning to show them in terms of the pupils, in terms of what you can do, your prowess with that football?
They won't see a lot from me, I don't think. The children can certainly teach me some skills.
There's still plenty of time, Russell. Listen, congratulations and thank you for being such a wonderful example. It really is a privilege to have you on our programme tonight. Thank you. That's Russell, our award winner, and of course, huge congratulations to Ben and Georgia as well. So we move on to our next award. Gosh, it's all go, isn't it? And this is for the Charity Fundraiser of the Year, very kindly sponsored by Amazon. Now, this category reflects someone who's selflessly given their time to raise funds for a charity to make a difference in people's lives. The nominees for this category, ladies and gentlemen, are Baywood Bells, Des Lally and John Llewellyn. Let's find out just a little bit more about the inspirational work our three finalists have done.
Hi, I'm Judy Smith. I'm the cook at the Old Vicarage Nursing Home in Swansea. We are nominating the Baywood Bells. They're a group of ladies that come to entertain our residents and have done so for many years. They sing and dance and they do quick changes. They're not young ladies, some of them are as old as our residents, but the residents absolutely adore them. The ladies always interact with the residents really, really well, and the residents really appreciate and enjoy the interaction.
Hi, I'm Lynn Eagles. I'm the Senior Local Fundraising Manager for Cancer Research UK. I'm nominating Des Lally for this amazing award. Des, what can you say? He's just an amazing individual, a very ordinary person doing extraordinary things for causes that he's passionate about, Cancer Research UK and Help for Heroes. Des climbed Pen y Fan, the largest peak in South Wales last year, every day, 365 times, and he's currently in the Arctic Circle, embarking on the 6633 Ultra Challenge, the hardest, coldest, windiest marathon in the entire universe. Des is an absolute superstar and a wonderful supporter, and I'm proud to nominate him.
I'm Sue Rees, Regional Fundraising Manager at Macmillan Cancer Support in South West Wales. John is nominated for this award because he completed his 21st GALMAC Marathon in 2019, which means he's walked a total of 500 miles in aid of Macmillan. At 80, John is the oldest person to have completed the GALMAC Marathon. John has completed all but one Gowermac Marathon and missed 1 year due to having a double heart attack. He's raised over £2,000 to date for Macmillan, and he also helps us raise awareness by sharing his story and encouraging other people to take part. We'd like to say huge thanks to John for taking part in this challenge time after time and raising money for Macmillan. John's achievements are incredible, and his dedication and determination is an inspiration to all.
Three wonderful nominees, and the charities just couldn't do it without you. So, to find out the winner of this award, we're going to hear now from Omar Cartel, who's the leader of Amazon's Swansea site.
Hello everyone. It's a shame that we cannot be together today. It's great, however, we can still come together to celebrate our community. Amazon Swansea is proud to be part of South Wales community. Continuing to support our local areas is very important to us. We are pleased to once again sponsoring the Charity of the Year Award. And I'm pleased to announce that the Charity of the Year Award goes to Des Lally from Brecon. Des managed to raise an amazing £60,000 for Cancer Research UK and Help the Heroes. Congratulations to Des and to all our worthy finalists.
Oh, thanks, Omar. And congratulations, Des. And just to let you know, to say a big thank you for all your hard work and what you've achieved. Swansea City are going to give you a guaranteed stadium bucket collection. So obviously it's going to boost the coffers. Not that it sounds like you need it. I mean, it's you're well on your way to total world domination. And I have to say, we've got to give a nod to the impeccability, the sartorial impeccability of your headgear, Des. Is there a secret in that? Are you a bit like Samson? If you take your hat off, you won't be able to do it?
It just helps keep me warm when the weather's not great up in the Brecon Beacons.
I can well imagine. You are indefatigable. I mean, that is absolutely extraordinary what you've done. What motivates you, Des? What keeps you going?
Look, at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about, people that have had cancer, families that are going through it. It's about the guys and the girls and the armed forces that have suffered. And it's just, I'm just trying to give a bit back and do a bit for them, because what I do is, nothing compared to what they do on a daily basis. So, I accept this award on their behalf, and obviously the organisations that unconditionally help, Cancer Research UK and Help the Heroes.
That's very graciously said, and I know they'll appreciate it. But don't do yourself down. You are an absolute superhero in our eyes. Des, thank you so much, and thank you for being here with us this evening. And carry on the good work. You are an inspiration.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Congratulations to Des. Now, just a quick reminder, don't forget to share your messages of support on social media tonight. Now, you need to use our hashtag, which is SWEP Awards 21. SWEP Awards 21. Let's get trending everywhere, shall we? Just tell the Kardashians to eat their hearts out, because we're going to get going on this one tonight. Now, our next award is for the Good Neighbour or Volunteer of the Year, sponsored by West Acres. Now, this award recognises those people who really go out of their way to help others. They do exactly what they say on the tin. The nominees, ladies and gentlemen, are Anthony Quinn Flipping, Geraint John and Steve Burgess. Let's watch their videos to find out just a little bit more about these superb people.
Hi, I'm Kelly and I'm nominating Anthony Quinn Flipping. The reason I'm nominating Anthony for this award is for everything that he does with the additional needs community. Anthony is a parent governor at Ysgol Pen y Bryn. He volunteers as branch chair for the National Autistic Society in Swansea, and he's also dad to 2 little boys who've got autism. Anthony is always there to help, offer advice and support. He's always there if you want to vent, if you want to have a moan, and he doesn't judge at all. Within the role of being branch chair, Anthony organises events for families with children with additional needs and their siblings. He delivers training in and around Swansea and is constantly raising awareness for autism and additional needs. I feel honoured and privileged to have Anthony as a close friend, and I wish him the best of luck in tonight's ceremony. Good luck, Anthony.
I'm Hayley. I'm the Support Services Coordinator at the Paul Popham Fund. Geraint John is nominated for this award as we believe he's a very deserving candidate and is an inspirational gentleman who always goes the extra mile to help others. He's a patient with kidney disease himself and has received a kidney transplant, and despite his own issues, he continues to think of creative and supportive ways to help others lead a better quality of life. Geraint has supported countless patients within the charity over the 5 years that he's been a volunteer and offered emotional support, advice and information to many patients who access our services. He's always very keen to be involved and gladly takes part in any event that we run.
Steve Budgie Burgess is first and foremost a great friend to many in the scouting community. Budgie started scouting as a youth member and as an adult has over 45 years experience. His contribution to scouting was recognised with the Silver Acorn. Budgie has been a scout leader with Sketty Scout Group for over 20 years. As a scout leader, Budgie is a great role model for our youth members and adult volunteers. He has amazing knowledge and experience, which he shares with no questions asked. What makes Budgie extra special is that he will give our youth members and adult volunteers time. His patience and calm encourages even the most inexperienced person to try new skills. His sense of fun is inclusive and creates an environment everyone wants to be part of. Budgie has always believed that Scouts should be encouraged to make a positive contribution to the community. His support of the British Legion through the Festival of Remembrance and Poppy Appeal has allowed us to become involved and make a difference.
Three amazing people who definitely make a difference. Now let's say a quick hello to Anthony and Geraint. Steve unfortunately can't join us tonight, but it's great to see you guys. Give us a wave. Have you got champagne glasses there? If you have, lift them. If you haven't, oh, I'm liking the look of that. Well done, Geraint. I think you're holding back on this one, Anthony. We'll see yours afterwards. Lovely to see you all. Three incredible finalists, all very, very deserving, of course. Unfortunately, we're not able to hear from a representative at our category sponsor, Westakers, tonight. So on their behalf, I'm delighted to be asked to stand in and to announce the winner of the Good Neighbour Volunteer of the Year award is... I should give a drum roll here, shouldn't I? It is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Geraint John. Congratulations, Geraint. Well done. Well done. Now, just to say thank you, Swansea would like to offer you 4 tickets for a game next season, which could very well be a Premier League season. So we'll be looking forward to that. But congratulations. I mean, you really are an inspiration, all the work you do. And, you know, you've not always suffered the best of health yourself or enjoyed the best of health yourself. So, you know, I mean, it's an extra thing, the thing that you do.
Well, I've been very fortunate since the transplant. It's been a very good match. So my health for the last 18 years has been very, very good. So I'm with a nod to the transplantee as well on that. Paul Popman Fund, it was, I responded to an advert to help out on occasions. And it's something I'm very glad I did because they're excellent people.
Well, they'll say exactly the same. The appreciation is totally mutual, Geraint, because I know the work you do is invaluable to them. Thank you so much for what you do, and thank you for being part of our ceremony tonight. You know, you guys make this whole thing rock. Congratulations, and make sure you take a good swig. Go on, you've earned it.
I will do.
Well done. Yachida, yachida. Okay, our next award is the Bravery Award, sponsored by In Your Area. Now, this is awarded to someone who's demonstrated exceptional courage in the face of adversity. And I can tell you, having had a look at our 3 nominees, they've done that and then some. They are Becky Watkins, Damien Fermandel, and Joe Morris. Let's hear more about their extraordinary acts of bravery.
My name is Nina Williams and I'm a senior reporter with Wales Online. Becky Watkins thoroughly deserves the award for which she's been nominated tonight. She's overcome adversity in her young adulthood. She's raised some wonderful children. She's been responsible for starting a Morriston ladies rugby team and now works with Ospreys in the community. And she has used some of the intrinsic rugby values of bravery and selflessness in putting herself in harm's way between a bull mastiff and a young child as she walked along the street With no thought for harm to herself, she was bitten, she needed hospital treatment. Becky is thoroughly deserving nominee.
I'm honoured this evening to be able to nominate Damien Fernandel for the Bravery Awards. Damien's act was instant and instinctive. He prevented a robbery in the shop where he was working. He tackled the person who had a gun. He tackled them to the floor. He enabled the arrest of the individual, who subsequently was tried and found guilty. So Damien should be really proud of his actions from this day forward, and the community, the proprietor, and everybody else is in admiration for your actions, Damien. I think you're a worthy nominee for this award.
Hello, my name's Clive Morris. I'm the Lifeboats Operation Manager at Port Talbot Lifeboat Station. The nomination has been put forward for Joseph Morris, who is my son, for his heroic rescue of 2 people in August last year during the severe storms. Joseph selflessly put his life at risk by going into the sea in horrendous sea conditions. The conditions were so bad that we couldn't launch a lifeboat from our normal slipway here at Aberavon. We had to take the lifeboat by road some distance away to launch, which caused a delay of between 10 and 15 minutes. Without Joseph entering the water, we firmly believe that we would have been looking at 2 fatalities on the day.
Wow, that's all you can say about those 3, isn't it? Wow, how extraordinary. Unfortunately, Damien's unable to join us on Zoom tonight, but I know he's watching the awards ceremony. So hi to you, Damien, and congratulations for being nominated. Superb. Becky and Joe are with us. Great to see you both. Give us a wave. Now, we saw that Geraint earlier had a sneaky glass tucked away somewhere. Either of you two got that? You want to show us? No, you're keeping it all very secret. Well, Becky, that looks very interesting. I'll ask you what that one is later. It looks a very nice cocktail. Wonderful, wonderful nominees, ladies and gentlemen. But there does have to be a winner. So to find out, let's hear from Darren Evans, who's the commercial lead of In Your Area.
Good evening. My name is Darren Evans, commercial lead at In Your Area. It's a real shame that we can't all be together this evening, but I am delighted that we have this opportunity to come together virtually to celebrate the incredible acts of bravery that our nominees have shown. And on behalf of everyone at In Your Area, and as a result of those incredible acts of bravery, I'm delighted to announce that we've selected all 3 of our nominees as winners of this year's award. So congratulations to Becky Watkins, Damien Fernandel and Joe Morris. Huge well done.
Oh, couldn't agree more. I mean, how do you choose between those 3? Absolutely extraordinary. Congratulations to you all. Becky and Joe and Damien watching at home, Swansea City would like to extend the offer to all 3 of you to have a stadium tour with, I think we've got about 5 guests each on board with that. So if you're not already the most popular people in your area, you're definitely going to be. But it's absolutely superb to know that there are people like you around. Let's start with you, Becky. I mean, what was going through your mind at that particular point when you saw the dog and the child? I mean, most people would have sort of moved away from that. You walked straight into the face of danger.
Oh, yes. I'm not words actually at the moment. The little boy was just standing there, and this dog was roaming the streets, and I asked the little boy, I just said, whose dog is that? And he came back and said, I don't know. But I stood by the little boy who was on his bike at the time, and we just started saying hello to the dog, as you do. And next minute, the dog jumped up and went for the little boy, but my quick reaction was to stick my arm over the little boy, but the dog then had my arm. So, but I was more concerned about the little boy at the time. So I'm just glad he's safe.
Well, exceptional courage, Becky. And I mean, you really are an example to all of us. I mean, you know, I'm not sure that you're playing it down, but I'm not sure that there's a number of people that would have done the same thing as you. It's absolutely brilliant. Joe, if I can come to you, I mean, for the lifeboat not to be prepared to go out, or not being able to get out immediately, and for you to go out there, I mean, what did you do? Were you on your surfboard? What happened?
Yeah, I was checking the waves because there was like a hurricane, so I wanted to go see if the waves were big, and took my surfboards, and I saw a bit of a crowd down the beach, which was quite usual because there was quite a few people taking pictures. But when I went down there, there was a few people pointing out to sea. So I went down, asked what happened, and someone said that there was 3 people that had originally been taken out into the sea. So from there, I got my surfboards, run down, and felt like I could help. So I paddled out and tried to aid them. And one person got onto the pier, luckily. The other 2 were stuck with me, which took about half an hour to get them back in. I didn't know whether the lifeboat was getting launched. I knew the beach was red flagged and the lifeguards weren't operating, but I have a bit of experience in surfing, so I felt like I'd be able to use that to my advantage and try and help people as much as possible.
Well, you certainly did that. I mean, you know, like Becky and like Damien, example to all of us. I mean, congratulations and thank you so much for what you've done. There are 2 families who are so much happier tonight as a result of you. Thank you, Joe. Congratulations to Becky and Joe and Damien, of course, absolute superheroes, all 3 of them. So we move on to our next award, which is for the COVID-19 Hero Award, very kindly sponsored by BMI Wherndale. Now, it was so important to everybody at Reach PLC and the South Wales Evening Post to not only celebrate our Swansea Bay heroes from 2020 in tonight's awards ceremony, but also to recognise the incredible and inspirational acts of everyone in our community throughout what's been an incredibly difficult time for all of us in the past 12 months. Now, the COVID-19 Hero Award is awarded to someone who's demonstrated exceptional courage in the face of adversity and gone out of their way to help their community throughout the pandemic. These 3 have done that in spades. The nominees are, ladies and gentlemen, Ellie Phillips, Janet Kofling and Ros Evans. Let's hear just a little bit more about them, shall we? Now, we'll start with Ellie Phillips. The work of Matthews House and the Swansea Together network this year could just not have been possible without Ellie. With the guidance and hard work that she gave, the organisations were able to organise, cook, distribute and deliver more than 18,000 hot meal packs and dignity packs of essential hygiene and sanitary items to the most vulnerably housed in Swansea. Ellie was and is fundamental to a team who made it possible for up to 170 people daily struggling with homelessness in Swansea to isolate safely in their hostels and bed and breakfast for more than 4 months. She gave them and all 104 of the Matthews House volunteers hope as they continued their mission together. And so on to Janet. Janet Kofling was due to retire this year following a career in healthcare among the homeless and vulnerable adults. But the pandemic hit, and Jan, like many healthcare workers, just opted to delay her retirement. She worked tirelessly to see measures put in place to make sure the most vulnerable would not slip through the support network. Her quick thinking and proactive partnership working has without a doubt saved lives. It's also improved and maintained the health of hundreds of vulnerably housed and very unwell people over the course of this past year. She's remained in the exhausting frontline care sector while advocating for the safe practice of volunteers such as daily food provisions. Swansea is without a doubt incredibly fortunate to have had her expertise, her bravery and her willingness to serve through this pandemic. And so we come to Ros Evans. Now, Ros Evans is a caring, happy and understanding single mum who loves life and people from all walks of life. She's a talented opera singer who runs a ladies' choir to raise money for charity, and she's always willing to sing in charitable events or just lend a hand. Since the pandemic, every morning Ros does an hour's sing-along online from her home so that people with dementia can still join in and not feel forgotten. In November 2020, Ros, together with Helen and Mark Child, walked from Worm's Head to Bracelet Bay in support of people living with dementia. She's kept in touch with people constantly during the pandemic, being a shining light for those struggling. She brightens up a room with her funny stories, and people just seem to gravitate towards her, especially those with dementia, who she treats with love and understanding. Now, before we find out our winner, let's say a quick hello to these 3 wonderful women. They are absolutely examples of girl power. Huge congratulations to all 3 of you. Thank you for doing what you do. Give us a wave or raise a glass, depending on what you've got handy. They're all being a little bit coy, it's just waving at this stage. I hope there'll be a glass later on, because you 3 definitely deserve it. Okay, 3 wonderful, wonderful women. There is going to be a winner, though. And to find it out, we're now going to hear from Jackie Jones, Executive Director at BMI Wherndale Hospital.
BMI Wherndale Hospital is delighted to sponsor this award. The winner of the COVID-19 Hero Award is Ellie Phillips.
Congratulations, Ellie. I could tell by your reaction there you weren't expecting that. Let me tell you what Swansea City are sending to you to say thank you for everything that you do. They're going to offer you a hospitality experience for 2 at the stadium in the upcoming season, this season coming up. So congratulations. And I mean, it just sounds as though you are absolutely intrinsic to everything that's done there at the Matthews Trust, but also to Swansea as a whole. I mean, you know, we're so proud of you. You must have an element of pride in yourself, surely.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, like you said, there's 104 volunteers that are behind everything that we do. And the amount of volunteers that have come together in the last year is just amazing. So I think I couldn't possibly accept this award just for myself, but for everyone else as well. So yeah, I'm really proud of everything that Swansea has done, really. Very gracious of you to say that. And I think you mentioned about Swansea, what Swansea's done. And I think, you know, do you think there's something very, very special about Swansea and the, you know, its environment and the people who are part of it that, I don't know, it just goes that extra mile every time? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we worked with 50 organisations and hundreds of volunteers, and that's just us. So we know that there's so much going on out there. And yeah, I think the last year could have been a lot worse if we didn't have the community that we have in Swansea.
Well, you're an integral part of that community, and long may it continue. Thank you so much for everything that you do. It is absolutely brilliant. Well done, Ellie. Ellie, our winner here tonight. And of course, we've also got Jan and Roz as well, 3 amazing ladies. OK, we now have a special well done message from 3 Ospreys players. Morgan Morris, Will Griffiths and Rhys Davis would like to tell you how much they appreciate you.
Good evening, everybody. I'd just like to congratulate all of the deserving finalists and winners tonight at the South Wales Evening Post Awards. Thank you for everything you do for Swansea and your local community.
Good evening, everybody. I would just like to congratulate all of the deserving finalists and winners tonight at the South Wales Evening Post Awards. Thank you for everything you do for Swansea and your local community.
Good evening, everybody. I would just like to congratulate all the deserving finalists and winners in tonight's South Wales Evening Post Awards. Thank you for everything you do for Swansea and your local community.
You see, everybody appreciates you, and so be it. Let it go on for many years to come. OK, we move on to our next award, which is for the Extra Mile Award, very kindly sponsored by ADS. Now, this was initially created by staff at the Evening Post, as they wanted to recognise a special achievement that perhaps didn't necessarily fit into our standard categories, and salute a group or individual who'd gone above and beyond the call of duty for others. Hence, the Extra Mile Award was born. Let's hear from the editor of the South Wales Evening Post, Jonathan Roberts, to tell us more.
The Extra Mile Award is one that carries a special significance each year, as it recognises an achievement that can often be difficult to categorise. Well, this year, it's difficult to truly do any justice to our winners, and the word winners isn't accurate either. The people who we wish to recognise didn't go an extra mile. What they did was risk their lives to save those of others. What they did was to show care, compassion, skill, determination and courage on a scale neither they nor us could ever have imagined. Some of them lost their lives. Some of them suffered serious illness, but they kept coming day after day, despite what must have been a terrible sense of fear and uncertainty. They refused to back down, and they did it for complete strangers. They did it for us. We sincerely hope, and indeed we demand, that they are properly compensated and rewarded by this country. It is the very least that they deserve. It is frankly impossible for any of us to convey our gratitude properly. But tonight we wish to start by saying thank you, by saying that we can never ever repay the debt that you're owed. History will remember you as the true heroes, the warriors even, of a battle that has taken so much. Without you, we would have lost so much more. Tonight, the Extra Mile Award is offered as a token of our admiration, appreciation and eternal gratitude to Swansea's health and care workers.
We love you. Congratulations, Swansea's health heroes. We love you. You are brilliant. You have kept us all going. Thank you so much. I'm very pleased to say we're joined now by the Executive Medical Director, Dr. Richard Evans, who's representing the health heroes of Swansea. Richard, lovely to see you. I don't really feel that we've got words, superlatives to describe the work that you guys do. I know you'll be very modest and say, well, it's just our jobs, but it's been so much more than that in the last 12 months, hasn't it?
Yes, it has, and it's a pleasure to accept this on behalf of all the staff at Swansea Bay University Health Board. Without exception, everybody has gone well over and above what was expected, and we've been more than a match for the challenge as a health board. I'd have to say as well, it's quite humbling being here in the company of other people tonight with so many other local heroes who've done so much for the communities. And I was struck in particular by stories of Ellie, Rose and Jan, who'd also helped out during COVID, and all the work that's gone on. It's really been a community effort, isn't it? Both in terms of our role in health and what we've done, but also recognising that there's lots and lots of people who've done stuff within the community as well that's helped us out, which has put us in the position that we are now with COVID on the retreat, with the cases on the decline, and then looking forward to us coming out of this, but aware as well that we need to persevere, keep at it, and keep it at bay.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you say, wonderful partnerships that have created this. Just very briefly, Richard, you talked about the fact that cases are decreasing now. Obviously, the vaccination programme has been rolled out pretty successfully, particularly here in Wales. What are you seeing in terms of your frontline staff? Do you see a bit of a weight being lifted from their shoulders?
There's a bit. We're certainly seeing less of it in hospital. We're seeing fewer cases of COVID in the community. It's still a challenge for us because obviously we have to be prepared in our hospitals and in all our health settings to receive patients who either have COVID or people who are clear of COVID, or indeed people where we're not quite sure yet. So we're working very differently to how it was before. We're certainly not back to normal yet, but it feels a lot easier, and obviously staff experience as well those long days and long nights that we experienced when there were so many people in hospital suffering from COVID. Fortunately, we're not there anymore, and staff have worked their way through that, and are grateful for the efforts of all the community and getting on the retreat.
The gratitude is all ours, Richard. It really is. Thank you so much. It's been a real privilege to have you here tonight representing the Health Trust and Swansea's Health Heroes. Please send them all, if you can, our love and admiration, because they really are lifesavers. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard, very much indeed. OK, we move on to our next award, which is for the Ambassador of the Year, sponsored by Swansea Council. And this award is for people who've made our city proud. They are role models for us all, but perhaps most importantly to our young people who they inspire through their achievements. This year's winner is someone who truly fits such a brief. Her tireless work both locally and nationally has influenced so many areas of society. We're now going to hear from Lawrence Bailey to tell us just a little bit more about our winner.
The winner of this award has been described as campaigning, compassionate, committed, and even a force of nature, and I'd agree with every one of those descriptions. I first met this person some time ago, and it was clear even then that they had a natural affinity with people. It was also clear that they would make a difference. As it happens, they chose politics, and they've been making a difference ever since. I can honestly say that I can't think of anyone more driven or more deserving in being recognised as Ambassador for Swansea.
She is without doubt someone of whom we should be incredibly proud. So to announce tonight's winner of the Ambassador Award, let's hear from the Right Worshipful, the Lord Mayor of the City and County of Swansea, Councillor Mark Child.
Hello, I'm delighted this evening to be able to present the City and County sponsored Ambassador Award to the inimitable Carolyn Harris MP.
Absolutely huge congratulations to Carolyn. You can hear by the sounds behind me a very popular choice, Carolyn. And just to say, Swansea City would like to offer you tickets for a game for the upcoming season, which we're hoping will be a Premier League season. So are you a football fan?
I am of the Swans, Francis, most definitely.
Well, you're backing a winning side there. I have very little doubts about that.
Oh, thank you.
I know most MPs will say that, it's working as part of public duty, public life is something they view very much as a privilege. But it is very hard work as well, been particularly hard work in the past year. Why do you feel, what's been your sort of raison d'etre in terms of making sure Swansea stays at the forefront of people's thinking, both in Westminster and in Cardiff Bay?
Well, for me, it is about Swansea people. I mean, I'm going to kill Lawrence Bailey. I'm shocked here. Yeah, it's about Swansea people. I'm from Swansea. I know the people of Swansea, and we're a wonderful city. We've got so much to offer, and everything I do is about the people of Swansea, and they motivate me and they inspire me to do what I do. So thank you.
Oh, well, absolutely. You know, thank you for everything that you do, because, you know, to have an MP who is so intrinsically, you know, just an integral part of Swansea and fighting Swansea's corner is just so important. I don't want to cause you to mist up your glasses or anything, Caroline, but thank you so much for everything that you do. And I hope you've got a glass hidden somewhere, because you should be toasting yourself. Is there champagne in that? It might be a Cornish blue mug. Is there champagne in it? Oh, for crying out loud, woman, get the bottle out the fridge. Caroline, thank you very much indeed, our wonderful ambassador of this year. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Caroline. Now we move on to our penultimate category this evening, which is the Lifetime Achievement Award, sponsored by Happy Home Furnishers. So this award recognises an individual who has, over a really sustained period of time, made a significant contribution to individuals and community alike. This year, our nominees are Lynn Sanders, Ray Singh CBE and Sean Stillman. Before we find out who our winner is, let's hear a little bit more about why Lynn, Ray and Sean have been nominated. So let's start with Sean, shall we? For the last 25 years, Sean Stillman has run Zach's Place in Swansea. He dedicates his time to helping the vulnerable members of society, intent on improving their well-being. On Tuesdays, he gives Bible lessons and runs a small stall to support those less fortunate. On a Thursday evening, he gives meals to the homeless and provides clothes and extra help if it's needed or if it's wanted. His selflessness has not wavered in the past quarter century, 25 years of it. He continues to help those who need it out of the goodness of his own heart. OK, what about our other nominees? Well, we'll now hear from Sophie Williams and Adrian Howells to tell us just that little bit more about the very special people who are Lynn Sanders and Ray Singh CBE.
My name is Sophie Williams and I'm the Community Engagement Worker for Swansea Women's Aid. I can't think of a more deserving nominee for the Lifetime Achievement Award than Swansea Women's Aid CEO Lynn Sanders. Lynn has been a vital part of Swansea Women's Aid for 44 years, and as we celebrate our 45th anniversary, it's fantastic to see her hard work being recognised. The impact that Lynn has had on the lives of women and children in Swansea is immeasurable. She has dedicated her life to fighting against domestic abuse in all its form and supporting and empowering women to be able to live free from fear. Lynn is an inspiration to all the team at Swansea Women's Aid with her unwavering passion and dedication. She is a fantastic champion, advocate and support for the vulnerable women and children who are at the heart of everything we do. Lynn is a very well respected member of not only Swansea Women's Aid but the wider Border SV community. Her work has truly changed the lives of so many. She's a leader, a trailblazer and the strong, powerful woman that we all aim to be.
I'm Adrian Howells and I'm nominating Judge Ray Singh CBE for this award. His CV is far too long to be listed in this short video, but he is deserving of the award for his unstinting commitment and dedication to the legal profession, public life, racial equality, children's welfare and charitable organisations. He was appointed the first ethnic minority judge on the Welsh bench in 1992, and for 30-odd years he has been a leading figure with the Commission for Racial Equality, including several investigations, including the Stephen Lawrence inquiry. For the last 8 years, Judge Singh has been spearheading a Swansea charity, Glamorgan House Family Development Centre, working to provide various services to vulnerable families. This amazing charity has only been in existence for 6 years, but has already grown into one of the most successful charities of its kind in the country.
Three people who just personify dedication and service, not to mention stamina, let's be honest. A lifetime achievement. I mean, that really is quite something. Let's say a quick hello to Lynn, Ray and Sean. Huge congratulations to all three of you. Thank you for the work that you do. Give us a wave because we are delighted to see you here this evening. Thank you so much. Absolutely brilliant, all three of them. So to find out the winner of this award, we're going to hear now from Michael Semmons, who's the Managing Director of Happy Home Furnishers.
Good evening, everyone. It's a shame that we cannot be together in person, but we are glad that we're able to come together virtually to celebrate the South Wales Evening Post Community Awards during these strange times. Happy Home Furnishers are honoured to be sponsoring the Lifetime Achievement Award and are proud to announce that the winner is Sean Stillman. Congratulations, Sean. Well done.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Sean. Well done. Congratulations. Just to let you know, Swansea City want to mark the wonderful work you do as well. They're offering you a hospitality experience for 2 for next season. So I don't know, are you a football fan? Will you enjoy that?
I am a football fan, yeah, and I can think of someone in my house that will be absolutely delighted with that that opportunity.
I think they should all draw lots to do that. Just let's go to your work specifically. I mean, the Bible class is on a Tuesday, and then the work on the Thursday night with the homeless, Sean. I mean, what got you started in this in the first place, and what keeps you going?
Well, I've been a minister for over 30 years, and I've been in Swansea for just around about 25 years. So I've always been drawn to wanting to support those that are more marginalised within the community. So for me, it's always been very my faith has been very practical, and it's been about looking after people in terms of feeding them, making sure that they're okay in many different aspects of their life. So we've and having a good team of people around has been important, and that keeps you motivated over a sustained period of time. So we've got a great team of volunteers and trustees, and a wonderful family too, which keeps you going through long tough days as well. But I think for me, ultimately, it's been about finding beautiful things in broken places, and I've learned as much from people in broken places as I have anywhere. So that continues to be a huge motivator.
What a wonderful phrase, finding beautiful things in broken places. That's something that we should all take on as a lesson. Sean, thank you so much for all the work that you do. You know, you really are absolutely amazing. I mean, you know, the whole thing of the Good Samaritan being there, you go out and do that every day of your life. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us tonight, and congratulations on this award.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Not at all, not at all. Pleasure to have your company, Sean Spellman, and of course our 2 other wonderful nominees. That was Ray and Lynn, of course. Extraordinary people in these extraordinary times. So our final award this evening is the Editor's Choice Award, sponsored by our headline sponsors, McDonald's. So to hear about this, who better to hear from, bearing in mind it's the Editor's Choice Award, than the editor of the South Wales Evening Post, Jonathan Roberts. He's going to tell us a little bit more about the award and our incredible, and I don't use that word lightly, our incredible winner.
The Editor's Choice Award is given to an individual who epitomises a community champion, someone who represents the city with pride, someone whose efforts we are so very proud of, someone whose name is synonymous with the values we hold dear, someone who leads by example and who inspires others to follow suit. When we sat down to consider who that person should be in early 2020, there was one who stood out. Coming after a 12-month period that had seen the national rugby team secure yet another Grand Slam, alongside a World Cup campaign that came oh so close to success. His position as a leader, his longevity as an elite athlete, his ability to inspire not just those around him, but the whole nation watching from the sidelines, made him the obvious choice for this award. A few years ago, he won our Ambassador of the Year title, and when he walked onto the stage, he said to me, "But I'm just doing my job," which I think says everything about his humility. He doesn't seek a spotlight. He's not distracted by celebrity. He's an honest, hard-working family man who just happens to be a national hero. I know he would say that others are more deserving, particularly in the current climate, but this is also a time when we all look to our heroes for inspiration, to lift us when times are hard. And there is no one who does it with more class or with a greater impact than tonight's Editor's Choice recipient.
Jonathan, always right on the money. And I know, you're all sitting there at home saying, I know who this is, I know who it is, but let's make it formal, shall we? Please welcome Ron Mounsey, the Managing Director of Lone Tree Limited, a McDonald's franchisee, who's going to officially reveal our winner.
Good evening, I'm Ron Mounsey from McDonald's. Once again, we're very pleased to be supporting the South Wales Evening Post Community Awards in 2021. This year we're sponsoring the Editor's Choice, but I'd like to congratulate everyone who's been nominated for the category in this year's awards. The winner of the Editor's Choice is Alan Wynne-Jones.
Let's be honest, it was going to be the shortest odds on record if you're a betting person, wasn't it? Huge congratulations to Alan Wynne. Unfortunately, he can't be with us tonight, but he has sent us this short message.
Good evening, everybody. Apologies I can't be with you tonight. Just happy to accept the award and thank you very much for the nomination. Just want to congratulate all the other nominees and winners this evening. Thank you.
Typically understated, but never has there been, I suspect, a more popular choice when it comes to that Editor's Choice Award. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our proceedings. I hope you've all had a fantastic evening. It's been so lovely for me to be here in your company. Congratulations again to all our winners. It's been a real privilege to be here tonight with you to celebrate and recognise Swansea Bay's most inspirational people. Now, once again, these awards wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors, and we really would like to say a huge thank you, diolch yn fawr, to them. Tonight's headline sponsor, McDonald's, and of course we've had our wonderful category sponsors as well. They are Admiral, ADS, Amazon, BMI Werndale, Delta Wellbeing, Happy Home Furnishers, In Your Area, Swansea City, Swansea Council, Swansea University, Viscous Closures, Wales England Care Training, and West Acres. And of course, another huge thank you to Swansea City for the generous donations for each of our winners tonight. I know they're all over the moon with that. And we're going to be in touch with further details of all your prizes in the coming days. Thank you for joining us tonight and celebrating our community, because there is so much to celebrate, isn't there? Now, don't forget, keep sharing on your social media using hashtag SWEP Awards 21, SWEP Awards 21. And keep an eye out on Wales Online and in the South Wales Evening Post for coverage of tonight's event and all of our winners. Now, you are more than welcome to stay logged into the awards room this evening to network with all the other guests. I'm not sure that the bar's staying open, but we'll be very pleased for you to be there. And we're going to look forward to seeing you all next year, hopefully in person. Congratulations to all of you. Llongyfarchiadau, and good night and thank you. Diolch yn fawr, Nostar.